Peace and power, peace and power. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people of the struggle. Peace and power, peace and power. What's going on? Yeah, surprise. What up, what up? Peace and power. What up, what up? Salute, salute, salute. What's going on? This light is enough? Yeah, this light is enough. I don't need this other joint. I don't need it. Kenny Mag. Yeah, before I start too, man, rest in eternal peace to Kenny Red. If you know, you know. Salute, salute. He done transition. What's good? T, what up, T? Mac McCall, Yvette Miller, CC. What up, CC Keys? Ronald Toussaint, Lucy. Damn, man. Yo, where all y'all been? Chocolate Divine, what up? Yes, Kenny Red, salute. Give him a salute. Where all y'all been? I haven't seen none of y'all in a minute. None of y'all. Yvette, salute. Apex, salute. Salute. So I know what this is. Princess, salute. I know what this is. I know what this is. Y'all the people here who kids is in school right now. Yeah. Y'all was off in the summertime. Baltimore Bike Life, salute. Yes. Kenny Red, salute. Mark McCall. Huh? Well, our people just gotta be shook up a little bit, Mark. Yeah, y'all, that's who y'all, because all these names, all these people here, I haven't been seeing. Y'all the ones who was running around with them kids. Now I know who got kids. Y'all kids is in school. So y'all want to jump on now, huh? Nah, ain't no cheating. I should turn this shit off right now. Queen D, salute. That's what I need to do. Black Star, salute. Excellent build and commentary, Black Star. Very respectful. I appreciate the back and forth, no doubt. But these other people here who've been gone. Yeah, today the first day of school. Some of y'all done sent them kids back. Got a 2-year-old Mark, no doubt. CC. All right. Salute from across the ocean. What's good? You mean don't do that? Nah, friends, nah, they've been ducking. They have been ducking. Huh? They've been ducking. I have quite a few names. They've been gone. I'm like, where my tribe at? Yeah. Kids had them running. Ain't no double duty, huh? Now the kids in school, I come on early and I see them. Yeah, I appreciate y'all though. You know that. Ronald Toussaint's been a whirlwind. Why, what's going on? It's a dash of both. I'm having a Q&A. T, you the only one in here? I only seen T in here. My moderator, get the Cash App flowing. Little bit of woman up, we're gonna mix it up. I'm just stopping in for a quick little something right now. It's pouring into town. I couldn't really run around, you know? So I had to cool my heels for a minute. Jules, what up? Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. You know? Ronnie, you at the DMV, so turn it up, man. Let everybody know what you watching in the DMV. Huh? Mr. Mac, what up? Them kids coming home soon? Yeah, they gonna be running, right? Ah, yes. I hear you. So, how you living? I'm good. I'm good, Joey. I'm good. How y'all living? What's going on? What's going on? It's been a lot that's transpired over the weekend. I've been running in and out. A lot of in-laws up, a lot of family running around. Had to run around with my niece. Celebrated her 15th birthday. She autistic, so I had to make sure that came in right. Cabrina, what's up? You know, I had to do it. I had to do it. And it's a beautiful thing. And when you're dealing with a child with autism, and she's a teenager now, and I also have an elder that is battling, excuse me, Alzheimer's and dementia. And he's been bedridden for a while in a home. It gives me a very different perspective on how to proceed with the information, my daily life, and as well as advising others. And sometimes we forget, we speak on these things, we have these different trains of thought, different theories, and when you're dealing with those two different aspects, someone born with autism and someone that's older, right, that's battling Alzheimer's and dementia and was very, very high functioning as an adult, shit get real quick, which is why I remain very tight on how I deliver the message, what my message is, clarity, no gray area, very literal and transparent with what I present, because it can get very, if you was to look at it from their perspectives and what they have a way of finding meaning in their lives, and we really don't know, we can only assume. We have to look at what we're doing, right? Which is why I say we don't waste time. None of this is promised. So we have to be on point. We have to be on point. You dig? Joey, DM me on IG and we'll get the particulars down. You know? So I always encourage us to be, forthright with how we live, research, and put our theories into practice, and then go through the experience of practice and look at our theories and be very, very sure about who we say we are, right? And where we're going and what our potential is. Because, man, man, if we're not truthful with ourselves, if we don't know ourselves, everyone else around us is going to be confused and treat us as such. So, that's what I was basically doing over the course of, the end of the summer, just making sure different pockets, of my personal and most intimate relationships are, kind of woven together. I always enjoy, visiting my niece and witnessing how she's coming along, coming into, her teenage years, and, you know, knowing that she went from being non-vocal to you know, putting words together, certain terms, you know, and always acknowledging me and who I am. And I had my daughter with me, and she called my daughter name out and embraced her. Was very happy to see her because she hadn't seen my daughter in a while. So I'm like, wow, well, what really her language? What is her communication as an autistic, you know, being? What does she really see? And what is important to her and how we move, you know? And when I'm, you know, visiting, you know, the elder, you know, in the hospice and, you know, seeing what points he comes in and goes out, and it is very, 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 very different, you know, that it's a different space than I thought I would be in when, you know, I was young and I was so sure, you know, that I wasn't going to make it to be 25. When I, you know, just had a whole lot of different beliefs about myself and about the world and about others, you know? And then when you're in thick into healing work, into managing and coaching others, and into the community, man, yo, the rewards are minimal, but they're great. The appreciation is minimal, but you feel it, you know? Which is why I don't tolerate the lies, the false narratives, right? The people who just dream up shit with limited scholarship and to, you know, come across on social media playing. You don't have time to play. You have to be very serious and sincere and fearless when we walk in this walk. You know? Have to be. Have to be. You know. So I'm saying that, yeah, I know I missed book club Saturday. My niece took over that time. Definitely did. We'll catch up. To those who didn't receive their books yet, give it some time since it was the holiday weekend. And I believe some of them, I know UPS is getting ready to call for a major strike. You know what I'm saying? So, you'll get them. You'll definitely get them. And to those who already have them, remember, if there are any questions, right, about the slang, the syntax, or anything, holla at me. And that's only for the memoir. Because when I, like I said, when I read back, you know, Big Mob been getting on me about it too. Yo, you gotta do another Thug Love. You gotta keep doing Thug Love. I'm telling you, this is not easy. You understand? This is not easy to sit here and the resources don't come through shit. I work. I had a beautiful session earlier. I've had 2 sessions earlier today for anger management. That's where it's at. That's how I'm able to, you know, make sure the lights and shit is still on and it's gas in the whip. So I would love to sit here and do this and play grab ass and, you know, be on here all day. But no, I have, you know, have to do what I have to do. So I'm definitely gonna be back on another Thug Love. Since Woman Up has been getting an incredible response, I have to maintain that. I'm gonna tell you that now. You know, so far Woman Up has been getting more of a response than Book Club. I gotta be honest. I have to be honest when I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at the responses as far as the DMs and the comments and the messengers. Yo, it is what it is. Ain't no running from that. It is what it is. Queen Comrades is coming through and engaging, and the after response. Come on now. Come on now. It is what it is. So that's why this is a little blast of it. So women, if you in here, I seen all my moderators in here, see? And see any of the male. Where, you know, you see the King Comrades up in here, as far as moderators. Seen all the queens in here, so seen the wrenches. So y'all know what to do, you know? Y'all know what to do. Check out 100 African religions before slavery and colonization. I might have that. I gotta check. How do you know when you're ready to be in a relationship? T, you always first to set it off. How do you know when you're ready? How would you know when you're ready? You know? Again, your personal space has to be free from toxic people, toxic thoughts, toxic emotions, right? You won't know you're ready until you make an attempt to bring somebody in that space. There's one thing you have to understand is relation is to relate. Now, if you have difficulty relating to yourself, you're definitely going to have difficulty relating to another person. Physically, you're going to know when you're ready when you keep looking around and you keep saying, well, damn, why I keep running out of panties? You understand what I'm saying? You going to the laundry or doing laundry, twice and 3 times in a week. Physically, you're going to be ready. You understand? Now, mentally and emotionally, it's 2 different things, right? Because there are people who are physically ready, people who are financially ready, right? People who are very driven, but emotionally, right, and mentally, they are still making an attempt to figure out things about themselves. Now, you may be ready to begin a relationship, but getting in deep, that requires time. That's effort. That's you prioritizing another individual. But what people have sort of pushed to the back is that when you take on what we call a relationship, you're not only taking on that person, like I said earlier, you're taking on their toxic beliefs about themselves, right? Their emotional baggage and their family. So you're not only committing to that individual, now you have to see how that individual is tied with their family. Are you ready for that? King Bliz, when you have a daughter-in-laws, there's 3 of them, and each is different race. And one who is black thinks I favor her the most. That's not it. And the one I get along with is Mexican. They are fighting for my love. Listen. And again, you putting yourself in a very, very, very hectic space, what do? Now you said daughter-in-laws, 3 daughter-in-laws, which means you have 3 or more children. The in-laws could never be more demanding than your children. So your children have to be the buffer, and your children have to be the spokesperson for you based on what you taught them in the immediate family. What you gave your children have to be able to give to the in-laws. Any discrepancies between the in-laws, that's nah. How would you favor one over the other? Everybody has the same amount of access to you. You come on. No other space in society deals, right, with other individuals the way we believe that we must deal with it. You don't go directly to your boss when you have an issue, right? You got a team captain, a supervisor, you got a whole chain. And as you being the elder, that's your chain. Your kids are your chain. Before it even comes to you. Unless you are sitting in a space where, as the matriarch, you are sitting in a pocket and you're dealing with everybody's children, grandchildren, everything is coming in and falling in your lap. Race shouldn't even be an issue. There has to be a language that you set, which they understand that you have a balanced space. You're dealing with all of them equally. That's where the beginnings come. You have to reorganize and reset, because it sounds like there was no determination. No, not at all. Race is the issue. Is race the issue, or are they just perceiving that? And what would make them feel that way? What would make them feel that you favor one over the other? That's the question. I don't know enough about it. I don't know enough about it to know why they feel that way. Right? Especially when they're a particular age. None of my moderators could sit here and say I prefer one over the other. At all. Because I deal with balance. There's not any one of them. And they're all over the country. Right? So when you speak to them, there has to be some type of, and maybe all together in one space, if that's possible. Set up a Zoom chat with the entire family and iron certain things out. Because as I spoke earlier today, you have to make people speak their truth. Get clarity. Allow people the space to talk on themselves, to tell on themselves. And the more they speak out and hear themselves, sometimes the foolishness will come out in the language that they hear coming from their own mouth. Because you have to prove it to yourself in front of all of us why you believe that I prefer one of you over any of you. And sometimes it may be very irrational. Sometimes their reasoning may have a little legs to it, maybe some truth to it. And then at that point, you can make your understanding understood. You understand? Because it's impossible for you to sit in that pocket and make an attempt to love everybody and you not getting a clear picture of what they're receiving. Because that's a lot. And it would be different if you said your children, you said your in-laws, who don't have claim over you. You coming in. So you come in based on how my child allows you to come through. You understand? I deal with mine based on how I watch her children deal with her and how the wife deals with her. I never ever intervene in that. If we build a separate relationship and have different levels based on a relationship that she and I have, which will be rare. There's only a few of my exes that I'm still in touch with their mother based on the understanding that we built because of the time we spent alone. That's the only way that we have a level or layers to our relationship. How many of these women have had time alone with you in order for them to truly understand you? So if they don't understand you, then they are misinterpreting what you're giving them. You dig? All right. Peace. Hello, peace and power. What's good? I see y'all. Bronzy Gold. What up? You dig? Essence, what's tough? Rick, salute. What's tough? Yes, brown girl. Salute. Make sure that Cash App get up in there. Make sure they know we running quick with this Q&A. All right. Essence says, thoughts on Kanye making Adidas settle? Y'all thought you think he make them do that? I don't know enough about it, but I'll research it for you. My question to you is, you and Doggy Diamonds talk about parties. Do you think Tiffany Haddish stuff expose the stuff that happens to get in the whip? Vaughn, salute, Vaughn. I'll say this about the Tiffany Haddish. And when you piggyback off of what Cat Williams said, she doesn't have a body of work on the stage, right? To have received what she was getting. Remember, they placed her in A-list movies with people like Melissa McCarthy, all type of shit. She propelled quickly. You have to ask yourself that. Not that funny. And to some people, not funny at all. So what was it that she may have done that propelled her? There was a skit. And I'm not sure if it was on the Chappelle show. I don't know where it was at. But there was a skit with Tiffany Haddish, Just Be Hilarious, D, what is D Springs? All of these comedians, skit, ha skit performers. They was all in this one skit where she was teaching them how to build a resume because all of them were hoes. And it was funny, no doubt. None of the others, and they were all right there at that one spot in that skit. And that skit was seen by everybody at the same time. How was she able to jump past all the rest of them? Now, when you start talking about work, oh, she was committed to the work. I'm saying Just B was committed to the work. As you see, she was on television, right? She was on the Little Ralph. She was on it. She continuously was building her social media and all that, right? D Springs too. She been a lot. Everybody in that space work. There's a difference. There's a space where you get into based on your agents, your managers, right? And how you mingle that puts you in what we call the spooky. The parties. You understand? Getting in that whip. What is it? You understand? Because now once you're in there, you take off like a rocket. You take off like a rocket. We could even make the assumption that Common is a gatekeeper to that because, as we see, several of them have went through his doors. In and out. You dig? You have to ask yourself these things. It's some weird shit. Like I said, a lot of people elaborate on it. I choose not to because I'm not going to always focus on that. You understand? I can't stand because I already know what the industry is about. So, I don't have an audience that is filled with people who are making an attempt to go into the industry. So that's just something that we deal with on the side to let us know what kind of frame of mind that people are in when they, praise celebrity. When they make an attempt to give celebrity more importance than it actually has. And we touch on that and stuff like that. And the thing with Common is, because I know for a fact that a dear friend of mine said he was a little sus. So, again, these are things that you observe and you take note to give you just a different gaze on what you're seeing. Salute, Michael. Thank you. Uptown Dre, salute. Hey, salute. Much appreciated. And again, as my moms will tell you, we most definitely appreciate the super chat, but we know how YouTube get down. Send them cash apps. Because that YouTube is disgusting. Alright? Yeah, they all listen, they all party. We not even going to debate that. We're not going to debate that at all. That's a non-debatable point. They party. They party. Michael, moderators have it posted. It's right there, Bliz155. We know they party. That's what they do. That's what they do. And if you're not with the party, then you'll be what we call a journeyman, right? You know, you have somebody who's very good at what they do, but they never get past that hump. You did? Uptown Dre, what happened? Oh, man. Yeah, you gotta be careful. You have to be careful. I have to do it too. I made a few donations to, I made a few what is the donation thing on Facebook? Deborah, thank you. What is the, y'all know what it is on Facebook. They ask you to donate to a cause. So, they take bread out my Cash App on a regular basis. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to give to that cause no more. How the hell do I get up out of that? Because it's pulling from my Cash App every month. I'm like, come on. That's over. Like, I'm sure y'all met y'all quota. Yeah, cancel it how? I went to Facebook to the space. I went to Cash App. And there's no space to say just pull out from that. So I got to do my homework on that. I forgot the name of that shit. It's not GoFundMe, but it's one of those spots. The GOAT. What up? You dig? So yeah, I don't want to dwell on that spooky shit. We have so many other pressing issues. And as you can see, I keep forgetting I have to post it. If you see, it's being cleansed. I mean, when I say cleansed, it's being cleansed. That Hollywood, that celebrity, and every day somebody's transitioning from that. 2 and 3 of them, and it makes no sense. These people are under 40, under 30, in their 20s, transitioning. Cause of death not disclosed. You're like, what? Come on. Obvious to a duck now, especially all summer. That's all we've been seeing. All summer. Football players, news anchors, actresses, actors. And what is this? Writers. Like, serious? It's heavy, which only make me say, damn, I don't want no part of that. I'm looking at people, I'm like, how old are you? And I gotta look in the mirror and say, what the come on. Come on. Nah. That's crazy. Salute. Thank you for that. Oh, Cash App. Yeah. It has to be. But not only is it hits, because when we say it's hits, that means they have to have a reason and a purpose behind it. But it's also the lifestyle, because if these people are using drugs, and a lot of them are, especially these athletes, if they're using drugs, makes you think, well, why? What are you doing? What are you doing? You dig? Athletes didn't put nothing in their body. Now you got athletes ODing? That's crazy. Ricketts, what do you think about Jay-Z said about more or less telling black people to work harder? Well, um, he's coming from a space where he is now being schooled by the Euros. So, of course, it's not information that's coming from here. It's information that's coming from here because now the spaces that he's in, they're forming his beliefs and his past trauma here from being a black person is making him speak out recklessly. Because when you say that, that means you're acting as if you don't know that black people work harder than anybody on this planet. And we have been because we face the most adversity. There is no glass ceiling for us. You can see the ceiling. You see it right there. Now, people could fake and say shit like that because, again, you have to understand that none of these people done it on their own. When you go into corporate America, they help them. They assist them. They use them. So it's, or you could say black people need to work harder, but if you got to where you got to, right, because you, excuse me, you allow someone to massage, you know, the soft part of your behind, what is that? That's not hard work. Anybody could be a whore. Anybody could be utilized by others to get to one other space, to get to another level. But don't tell black people how to or should. Don't tell them that they should work harder. Give it to them. Don't create a piece of work that says the blueprint, but not actually put it in their hands. You understand? There's a difference. There's a difference. Because you can't tell me that based on what others done after him, if he gave them if he gave them the blueprint, if he gave them the institutions, where's another Jay-Z? You understand what I'm saying? Where's the next one? And the next one and the next one? If it's just that simple. Not that simple. When they start talking that shit, you got to spread out. Black people need to work harder. When you start hearing shit like that, you got to fall back from that individual. You have to. You got to. Because at that point, they done lost their mind. Something wrong up here. Something wrong. Again, I see it all the time. I see black folks work and work and work harder with ingenuity. fixing shit, making it better for everybody else. But we don't capitalize off of the resource. So it's not about working harder. It's about pulling the fuck out and working for your damn self and not allowing these institutions to benefit. Let these institutions fall on their face and see if they could work hard to get back up. See, they pop that shit to us in front of them. But you know what's the conversation in the back? Because I study different shit. In the back, they are now setting up the Jewish community, Hasidics, right? The Zionists, they setting it up for them to come back again and say that the United States government hasn't done enough for them as far as getting them acclimated into American society since World War II. That's the new shit. This is what they talking about behind the scenes. That y'all didn't do enough for us. So never mind reparation for black folk. Never mind all this money y'all giving to these new immigrants. Us, the Jewish community, who damn near run all this shit, has the audacity to say now, and they taking this shit to Congress, that y'all haven't done and didn't do enough for us when we was running from Hitler. That's the conversation. So when Jay is telling y'all shit like that, you need to ask him that. I don't listen to shit like that. I don't listen to them. They fools. They fools. Come on, man. Come on, man. So, but I don't get triggered by that. Once you know and understand who they are based on where they sit and what they say, they don't come down. You don't see them in the hood. They don't come down. They don't come through. So they don't have any type of scholarship on what you're going through right now. They can't tell you anything about this shit. Come on. Why do you think people get so crazy when they see these people in the street or anywhere else? Because you don't see them. That's not normal. That's not normal. That these people who were supposed to be looked up to and idolized don't even have the common courtesy and integrity to sit amongst you? Come on, yo. Y'all seen Khaled and Yonkers? Y'all seen all the security in the back? Yeah, he got a pass. Y'all man who y'all want to call top 5, dead or alive, gave him a pass. Fake rolling dice and shooting videos and all that sucker shit. I always say, bring him to East New York and make sure whoever is bringing them is strong enough to actually give them a pass to be out there. And let it be known. Don't come sneak in. Do the shit we used to have to do. Yo, we got a permit. We getting ready to shoot a video out here. Tell the community, come out. Do shit like that. And please come to East New York with it. Guarantee you his fat ass won't come through. I guarantee you that. When French snuck through, he got the hell up out of there once people caught when he was out there. Word? Because we in the space, I'm letting you know, and it's not being prideful, but I'll tell you this, there's very few people who can give people a pass to come through East New York. We always got somebody that come out and say, man, F that, who you? Damn that. always. So you got to be strong to walk through. I'm saying, they full of shit. And then why allow it? Why give someone a pass to come through and make a mockery of your community? He and Yonkers rolling dice on the street, giving that image to kids. We just lost some people who got killed in a goddamn dice game in 2022. Still doing that dumb shit. You still propagating negative stereotypical bullshit when you want to come through the hood. You didn't come through with a Quran breaking it down in Arabic to English, but got a song that said God did it. You see the irony in this shit? They don't come through to provide resource. They come through grab ass, playing, looking for new talent to exploit. And they come through, yo, son is here. Then they'll bring in 2 or 3 of their media. Yo, son is nice. Listen to him. And you know, oh, word. While on the cut somewhere, they got scouts for the spooky. And look at somebody who they can exploit. It's the shit they do. Not coming through providing nothing. And then they bounce. And then the community just sit there stuck like, oh, yo, he came through. And then what? He should have came through and I should have left his ass right there. But again, we don't organize around that. We don't speak around that. That is not ingrained in the mentality of our people. It's just not. So we never have a stance on remaining militant. Because when your people is always in a militant mindset, they know how to react. They know how to react. It's automatic, instinctual. Automatic. You're not going to come here and do this to us. You're not going to come here, utilize this community, and then be out. Go read up on the beef between the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense and the Hustlers and the Pimps while they was trying to shoot the Mac in Oakland. That's what type of time you gotta be on a regular. What y'all doing? Coming through here, exploiting the community scenes and set and all that, and y'all not giving back? You crazy? But that energy, that essence, that know-how is gone. Because when you have people who still on that type of time, y'all call us haters. Oh, y'all hating. Oh, nah, let them live. Fuck out. Let who live for what? And the numbers are so large that you have to fall back because you know, like, yo, damn, now I'm going to compromise and martyr myself for some bullshit because the people want to remain in that space. So let them remain in that space and move out and do the work for those who want to help. You dig? That's where we at with it. Too many people wants to be Jay-Z and life of celebrity. Yeah, because it seems as though the life of celebrity will give you some relief from your oppression. That's the belief. That's the notion. That if I can eat like them, or if I could put on what they got on, or if I could get my girl to dance like his girl, And if I can make my kids look like his kids, then I'm not no slave. Then I'm not oppressed. That's the belief. That's the trauma, right? That's how your mind organizes itself when you live through certain things. You're either going to be more of an oppressed person mentally, more of a laborer physically, or you're going to build a resilience. You're going to build some type of reaction and start having thoughts of, no, I could do better and be better than my oppressor. Therefore, I don't need them. I don't want to look like them, smell like them. I'm not embracing that. That's when you are woke and you're moving in a different space. You know, it's easy to have dreams of that. But when you have somebody who's been around it, when you have somebody who experienced it, when you have somebody that can give you truth to what it is, why not listen to them? You know? People don't do that. You know, people try to ignore and go past shit like, and don't listen to it. There be spits and pieces of truth coming out. Remember how they were saying Beyonce breath smell like shit? You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like people try to ignore that. And give her like, you know, oh, she's all that. These people are human. They, you know, they have faults. But if you allow, again, you keep allowing the propaganda to go here, 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 you have people that wake up and believe that. Like, oh my goodness. They better than hot, warm bread with melted butter. I just love them. That's what people believe. In fact, just, you know, it's like Jesus. People read pictures. You don't know what he was like. You don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. He could have been a bastard. But you pick out the best parts and say, yeah, that's what he was like. Yeah. Oh, yeah, nah, he did that. He did that. He turned out water into wine. Word? He did that. And you ain't seen his shit done since. It wasn't done before him. It wasn't done after him. But people believe that shit. Kind of question that shit. Because they hold that dear. Instead of people who you've seen perform at a high level in spite of everything they had to go through. And because you see it and witness it, you were really ready to strike it down. There's something wrong with your mentality. I don't believe in that shit. I didn't believe, I don't. Or if I'm going to take that figuratively, I'm going to apply it and then believe it all the time. So if I can believe in Jesus, I can believe in Tupac. If I can believe in Tupac and Huey and Malcolm, then I can believe in other things. But you can't have it the way you want to have it. You can't tell me to figuratively believe it over here, but literally believe it over there. And that shit was 2,000-3,000 years ago. Come on. Come on. So I don't listen to them with that shit. I always said it. Fuck Jay-Z. Fuck Beyonce. Fuck all of them. I don't care about none of them. There's certain spaces where I agree with how they perform or who they may be as an individual and how their art may make me shimmy and shake my shoulder and shit. But when it comes to the people and the people's work and the liberation of all and where we need to be going, fuck them. They're not with me. They don't represent me. So when people throw that shit out there, and you idolize them and you place them as, well, you don't do this for, and that, and they do this and they do that. That's why y'all can never believe when they may have a child in a goddamn bed. Y'all don't want to believe that because y'all believe all this other shit over here. Y'all want to believe that part about them. Y'all don't want to believe they sticking their fingers in the child's behind. Y'all don't want to believe that. Or y'all don't want to believe that she may be sticking something in his behind. Y'all, that shit y'all don't want to believe. Come on, man. I don't play with them people, yo. I don't play with them people. And just like for them, I'm not going to just leave it on them. I'm talking about your politicians too. I'm talking about your woke, conscious community celebrities too. All that shit. Don't be exalting nobody to no supreme heights. Serious. Yeah, cut that shit out too. I think because people put a couple of damn books together and put a few DVDs and interviews together, y'all exalting these bastards to some certain heights. Fuck out of here. I don't see these people every day. There's nobody to witness for these people every day. It's not like old. I stick to the old shit. People seen Huey in the hood every day. People seen Eldridge in the hood every day. People can account for them every day doing the work. I don't see these people. I see them on social media and y'all think they actually doing what they say they doing. People see me in the hood every day. Every day. I have personal interactions and contact with people on social media every day. I'm not sitting back here and you can't DM the person, you can't email a person, you can't do nothing. All you do is just see them lips pursed or doing some other antics or hammers and all type of wild shit and catchphrases. The fuck, what is that? That's the only time you see these people. You serious? Gotta start questioning that shit. Who is a witness to all this great shit that you said you doing? I got a long track record. I got a long track record. And there are others that I deal with every single day. I'm accessible. So, you know, that is what it is. You know, that is what it is. But I'm a rock and roll because I don't see no, I haven't seen any of these queens cash apping and asking no questions. I'm gonna do a full woman up. What's today? Tuesday? Probably Thursday. What are your thoughts on black frats beating and traumatizing each other? They get that shit from Master. They get that shit. A frat is what it is. Right? Greeks. Frats and sorrows and all that, that's Greek shit. So if they speaking and labeling themselves in that language, then their behaviors are going to be reflective and they're going to manifest that. I mean, when I really was first exposed to that when I went in the Army, and dudes from all different walks of the country, right, were doing that. They was coming in, and I was like, what is that? That's when the first time I started seeing Q Dogs brands and all. I said, what's that? Oh, that's just we in the frat and this and that, because, again, I'm coming through from East New York, Brooklyn. If people were going to college, they were going to city college. If people were going away, most of them wasn't pledging. I didn't get that experience like coming through high school and people encouraging that. A lot of my family wasn't doing that. Like I said, I had a small family. I'm the oldest cousin out of my immediate family. My father had one sister. My mother had two sisters. One of my mother's sisters is in Philly, been in Philly forever. My father's sister was younger, so that's me and my cousins who grew up, as brothers. So we didn't get that. That wasn't the talk, frats and all that, so it wasn't passed down. Salute, Team King, Texas. What up? So my first experience with that was in the Army, in basic training. And I can always remember one of the dudes was a Q. Our drill sergeant was a Q. But our company commander, which blew my mind, was a captain. She heard me, right? She was a Delta. And the Q that was coming through basic with me, right? He kept saying, yeah, wait till I get to the captain, I got, she gotta respect me, I'm her brother's son, all this weird shit. I'm a frat brother. So we used to watch our drill sergeant speak to the captain in a certain way. But when you're young, you don't know the service, you like, yo, you looking at ranks, and some of those enlisted men, which means they're not officers, they're enlisted men, so they sergeants, they this, they that, they have years in that these officers don't. The only reason why they're officers is they coming through from college with a degree. So they acknowledge each other a certain way, but he was our drill sergeant. I think he was a staff sergeant. No, he was staff sergeant. Mean as a motherfucker, but fair. So he was talking to the captain a certain way. So this stupid ass private dude, fresh in the service, said something slick to the captain. They roasted his ass so bad and literally had to get him up out of our company for basic. And I think he had to restart over again because he said some wild shit to her. It's like, yo, this is 88. So he said some wild shit to her. Salute, Essence, thank you. And I was like, yo. I said, what did he think he was doing? So the other dudes, remember, I'm in there, I'm 18 in basic training. I'm like, what happened? So they was telling me, like, yo, he really think that shit has some meaning here. We in a whole different institution where that institution don't have no weight under the banner of the United States Armed Forces. Some may hold tight to it, but you're under a whole different institution. And he didn't get that. Now, if he was somewhere in college, if he was somewhere out in corporate America, it might have rocked. But being up under that shit, held no weight. So whatever he said, they got him the fuck up out of there. And after that point, then I started recognizing, then I started seeing alphas and dudes and this and that. And that shit is corny. All that shit is corny. Salute, South Africa. What up? Jams, what's good? All that shit is corny. It's corny. I remember one time, it was this club. what's the name of it? Wasn't the California Club? No, Club USA is one of the clubs that Jessica Rosenbaum used to promote. I told you she never liked me because anytime I was in one of her parties, I done knock somebody out, I'm fighting and all that shit. But her bouncers used to let me come in with my guns, all that shit. Or hold a hammer or hold my clip. Yeah. Anyway, we in there one night, Tretch is in there. I always ran into Tretch. Tretch is a real Newark dude. Like, he goes everywhere. He was always in the spot. And I remember it was crowded this night. Whatever was going on, it was so crowded. And this had to be about 93. But, you know, he was still rocking the big dog chain shit. We in the club. It's country, I mean, I don't even know if there was country, but these Q dogs, you know, and Qs are big. They usually football play, big type dudes. We're making all that stupid noise in the club. We in NYC. You know, this is the get fly ever. Dudes is, you know. So the dude was doing all that shit and bump Tretch. Now I seen Tretch get busy several times. So I'm like, dang, this shit getting ready to pop off. But they surrounded like they was getting ready to jump him. And I remember one of them saying, yeah, what? That dog chain around you, just get tossed up in here. Like, I was like, oh shit, let me see what Tretch gonna do. You know? And for some reason he let him live. I was like, wow, Tretch let this dude, you know, bump him and keep it moving. Because these dudes was deep and they was acting up. So I seen Tretch kept it moving. So I'm looking like, oh. But you know how they get after that. Now they feeling themselves. Now they in the spot acting stupid. And sure enough, they ran across some other dudes from Harlem and they got tossed up in there. Tossed up in there. You know? So Tretch ain't have to do it that night. You know, but that's the type of time them dudes is on. They just doing that shit. You want me to prove I really did time? My government name is everywhere. Go look up 96A2129. Then look up 91R 9138. 2 up north numbers. And while you at it, put my name in Google or whatever search engine you want to search and put New York State versus so you could get my appeal. And then if you really want to prove that I did time, meet me somewhere. So I can show you how I can spit out my razor and put something on your face. It's not hard to do. I'm accessible. I'm accessible. So get to work, get your fingers to work, get your thumb out your ass, and it's raining. We can meet up in the rain. Okay. All right, let it be known. Let it be known. You could Google the name, do all that. You could go back to my Prison X interview on here. You could do all that. You could have been did that. My name on all of my social media. All of it is public. I'm very transparent. Yeah, well, I went to the Army early. And like I said before, I did time coming back. Yep. College first. Army second. College again. One bid, came home, got back into the industry hard body, then did another bid. No, I'm not no young dude, man. I'm very well traveled, very well studied. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, baby. Because that wasn't in my cards. I was raised not to do that. When I was in the streets as a toddler, as a kid, as a teen, it was always don't never go through. Be smart. And I had all my homies going through, going to Sparfit, going to DFY, going to the island, young age, adolescent. Wasn't in my cards. All right? Someone asked about the Bank of America. I told y'all about these financial institutions. And even with that Bank of America and that new way that they're attempting to push that out there, there's going to be stipulations based on their loans. You know what I'm saying? Might be based on the amount of square footage. Maybe it's going to be based on you not purchasing the land, but just the house. Maybe it's going to be something there. But it's not like they're just going to give land to black people. Maybe it be one per family, right? Excuse me, one give me one, my wife one, and my son one. There's going to be different things included in that. You think with all of the immigrants coming through, that's going to need land, home reasons, that they just going to give it to black people? Like, here, y'all good now? Come on, y'all, we know better than that shit. The way they setting it up now, it's only in a couple of states. It's not like this is nationwide. They're testing it. And once the first few people get approved and start getting in it, then we can research and see the paperwork. But usually when people do that, they don't put everything out there. It's not like they say, oh, yo, son, look, this is how they did it. This is what y'all got to do. This is what is done for me. Boom, 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 boom. People don't do that. They shut up, quiet, gone. That's how people do. That's the history of our people. You dig? And what's really bugging me out is that where are the black people who work in Bank of America doing TikToks and shit to show you exactly what it is? This is what I'm talking about. We never infiltrate. We don't play the spook. That shit is a movie. We don't infiltrate. There's no espionage when it comes to blacks, to the point of which that they're showing everyone how to get right. So what are we talking about it for? We're seeing how it is going viral based on what Bank of America says, not black people in the executive seats, tellers, right? The loan grantors. Where's their TikTok saying this is how it can be done? Oh, it's that simple. Just do this, and come through. We're not seeing that. So it's not what you see and hear, it's what you don't see and hear. That should be the alarm. Like, oh, they're not saying this, they're not saying that. Because, Mike Hughes, salute, thank you. Because I have no interest in it, Essence. I know it will be good, but somebody will have to make sure I have an hour of my time dedicated to that, because I don't believe in it. I keep telling, I have zero credit. My credit is shit, zero, nothing. I don't believe in their financial institutions at all. So I wouldn't get on and explain that to my people. I just don't. I don't fuck crypto. I don't believe in none of they shit. Because as an institution, the banking system was used in our worst interests. It was used to bleed us. It was used to beat us. You understand? The banks get money from the prisons. My people are in prisons. The banks get and give and make policy with the politicians. Those same politicians put policies in place that allow police to kill my people unarmed. I don't care about their finances. I just don't. That shit not going to liberate me. It's not. I'm watching billionaires allow people to fondle their daughters. I'm watching black billionaires allow their wives to be trolloped across the screen half naked. Finances do nothing for us. If it's not funding a war machine, I could care less about it. I could care less about it. That shit not going to do nothing at all. Their banking system is allowing them to keep feeding billions to the Ukraine, and our people in Mississippi don't have water. Our people in Flint still don't have water. Our people in Harlem is drinking arsenic. That's what their banking system does. I don't care about their banking system. I don't. That shit ain't for me. So I don't waste time on that. I know that shit is not for me at all. This home here, my landlord, a Jamaican married to a Trinidadian. They are both independent contractors. He's a welder. She does some seamstress work. I pay them. That's how we pull off the grid. I can't advise everybody else to do it. I depend on you people getting anger management from me in order to sustain myself. I don't believe in they financial systems. I rely on you the way you rely on me to give you truthful information. That is it. Anybody else talking that willy-nilly financial literacy, paying into a system that on the back end is killing your people? Negative. That shit don't come from me. I'll never encourage that shit at all. So if it's good, if it work out for a few, if they go through Bank of America and get a crib, whoop-de-doo. Am I gonna go in there and try to get the kinks and break that shit down? Negative. Negative. Only thing I'm gonna break down is people who lied to you about this liberation process. Straight up. When they come talking their conscience, I'll spend hours looking and digging to find that shit is a lie. That's what I'll do. I already know about their financial institutions, B. I was in the mountains. Slave labor shit. I already know. It's paying us 27 cents a day. I already know what their financial system is about. Fuck out of here. You'll never get me invested in that bullshit. So yeah, let me break out. Damn, it's 84 minutes, man. I'm out of here. I definitely love my people. I love my tribe. Salute to all y'all, my moderators and everything. But you know, I can only do what's allowed me to do by y'all. My growth is based on how much effort and energy and time I put into that shit. So again, if you need anger management, you know where to find me, right? If you are going through a domestic violence situation, you know where to find me, or anybody you know. coaching, all that. You dig? Women, stop acting up with women up. I'm telling you, I'm the only dude that's gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna be the only man that's gonna tell you get your shit right, or how to get his shit right. So you need to start asking them questions. You dig? I'll see y'all soon. I'm trying to figure out dinner and not get wet when I run around. All right? Thank you, Lori. You dig? What is Woman Up? Woman Up is our woman's only discussion. Now you see that this was not a specific only Woman Up. When it's specific only, we shut the men out. All the king comrades got to go, and if they in here, they can't participate. They gotta keep their mouth shut. Ain't that right? All my queen moderators know. You dig? So that's what it is. If you new to that terminology, and we trying to get a specific day and time where we can do it on a regular. So that's why I may jump here and there and just do it and pull. You know? So that's what it's about. All right? You made lasagna tea. I'm not making no damn lasagna. You can forget that. It's already. Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. I gotta find something. I gotta figure it out though. I have to figure it out. I'm gonna get a rotisserie chicken or something from somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. If not, they're gonna give me hell. And I gotta make another run to the store. But then again, well, book club is Saturday. I gotta do a book. I might do a book club catch up tonight. If you are new to it, we are on Wretched of the Earth, Frantz Fanon. So if you have a copy in your stash, that's what we're doing. All right? So definitely peace, y'all. We'll see y'all soon. You're saying please book club tonight. We'll see, T. We'll see. We'll definitely see. I'll make an attempt. Yeah, and if you didn't watch or you wasn't aware of what Woman Up is, go back, hit my page. It's all posted. Go to the previous, leave a comment, and come prepared with your questions for the next one. Come on. If you missed it, you missed it. If you missed book club, it's all posted. It's all there. That's the beauty of social media. All this is permanent. It's there. Go back and check it out. I've been on social media for a long time. Catch up if you're new. Catch up. Enjoy the sights. Right? I'm going to do my Ed Murphy shit. Catch up. See the sights. Giveaway. Giveaway what? Shh. Giveaway what? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk. You giveaway time. Shit. My brother Nate see. Oh, give away a book? I'll give away, give away books. No. We need to find a nice site so we get this merch moving. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do. All right? So salute. Peace and power.